Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, for the Rampancy.net restream of Bungie's expansion pack. We have been very special and selected to actually do a advanced version of... Wait a minute. This is not it. This is not it. Narc, you said we got an advanced version of this.
What, this doesn't look advanced to you?
It looks like the tower of D1.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, but this is supposed to be the Warmind expansion 2 of D2.
Well, yes, but not for another 3 minutes.
Ugh. It is pretty.
Over here.
Oh, we got a big screen. We're going to watch it on the big screen?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Well, I guess this will be different. Hello.
Hello.
Say hi to the camera. Hello, everybody who's currently watching. Thank you for tuning in for our restream of Destiny's expansion, Warmind. 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 Warmind.
Yep, and another 2.5 minutes.
Ooh, 2.5 whole minutes.
Yeah,
Can you contain yourself?
Probably.
So, any expectations? Hopes? Dreams?
You know, I don't know.
Desires?
I've kind of deliberately been not paying attention to the game for quite a while now.
Really?
I'm just kind of hoping for interesting content. Malagate, I think, was pointing out in DBO that he saw like several old exotics in the short tease video they did, like Truth. And was it No Land Beyond or something else?
I also saw some footage on Suros.
Oh, yeah.
Have you been worried about Suros regime? Well, cool. We actually got a chance to see live chat in the stream as well, and we've got all our social media stuff over there for people who are into that. But yeah, we've actually got the video inside the original tower, which I guess is kind of cool. I don't think they had a Minecraft version of any of the other ones, but we thought we would give homage to this because this was just shut down recently. You know, I felt bad we didn't get a chance to do much more in this.
Yeah, this was from Inford 5's version of the Destiny 1 tower map and the server that we played on. It has been shut down.
Sadly.
They're thinking about doing a new version, though, so...
That would be awesome. I thought that was a fantastic creative combination of those two things, because, you know, as anybody who's seen our stuff, we actually have our own Minecraft series as well as you know, forever videos going back from you know, even before D1 came out. So getting a chance to mash those two up is kind of cool. But for this thing, yeah, we've got just about 1 minute before they start, assuming there are no technical difficulties, but we are going to be restreaming what we get. I don't know. I was cautiously optimistic before, and I've heard some feedback from a lot of the players who have been not only back from the summit, but also apparently have seen some of the play modes and the new features of this. And I don't know. I want to keep it positive, but I don't know if we're going to be getting that big of a thing. A lot of stuff people are talking about is actually going to be coming on September. This one is going to be some marginal improvements and some more content. But I guess the big stuff that they're talking about, making huge changes and new modes and all kinds of other stuff people have been anxiously anticipating, is not going to be coming till September. So I'm hoping this is going to tide us over till then. I really, really do.
I just want more stuff.
You want? I want more things to do. Well, here we are to start. I certainly hope there are more things to do, so let's check this out. The Destiny 2 expansion to Warmind.
Oh my god, it's flashing. I may need to pump their audio a bit.
Yeah, why don't you give it a goose? I thought it was a little low.
That's better.
Your favorite enemies. A hive.
Yeah. They have the best backstories, though. I mean, it's just like Flood and Halo over again.
But you said you hated fighting them.
I do.
I love fighting them.
Starts now.
Hello, and welcome to the reveal stream for Warmind, the second expansion to Destiny 2.
Hi, Deej.
And I'll be your host, and I will be joined in the hot seats today by many waves of developers to talk about different aspects of this new piece of content that comes out May 8th. That will be a fitting theme for this stream, but we'll tell you why in a few moments. First, I'd like to introduce you to some of the creative leadership that has driven this project together. We have Evan Nikolic from Bungie, and we have Brent Gibson from Vicarious Visions.
Hello.
So this is an interesting milestone because we've talked about our partnership with Vicarious Visions before.
Yeah.
We've introduced our community to some members of your team when we were bringing the PC build out into the wild for the first time. But this is the first time that we have ever sat in these chairs together as partners to talk about how we can create a new adventure from scratch together. So talk to me a little bit about what you do in your respective studios, and then we'll explore the way we've been working together. So what would you say you do here?
So I'm the design director on the Bungie side for Warmind, and I've described my role primarily as like getting the two studios to work together, coordinate to build this product, and then making sure that we're staying in lockstep as we build the next Destiny experience.
Mm-hmm. Common creative vision.
Yep.
Two studios. So when you take that common creative vision into Vicarious Visions, what role did you play?
Yeah, I'm the creative director for the studio, and my job is really to work with the entire team to make sure that their creative ideas are making their way into the game and that they make sense as a complete package.
Yeah. Many developers,
lots of people,
many disciplines.
Yep.
Yeah, we're always reminding people that Destiny is a game that takes a lot of people to make. There's no one thing that we accomplished with any one person.
No,
There's a lot of people that worked on this one, and I imagine they're all watching because they're excited to see their hard work being seen by eager players for the first time. So what's it like when you're working together, two studios coming together and coming up with an idea? Like, whose idea was it for us to go to these new places and to fight these enemies and to discover new heroes? How does that work?
Well, we talk about this a lot, and I think the thing that I like about our partnership so much is that you really don't know where the ideas begin and end. Like, everybody's been working really hard to make sure that this is like a truly collaborative effort, and that we're all taking the best ideas, regardless of where they come from, to make the best game we can.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what's been great about working with VV is that we just started with a single goal of like we need to make an expansion to Destiny, and working with VV, bringing in their passion for Destiny, but then also bringing the new perspectives and then a different way of like approaching how we build the game and the new experiences we're creating for this release.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that you're going to see in this build that are like VV special sauce. There's some strengths that we had that we felt that would be a huge addition to Destiny brand. And so when you get through Warmind, you're actually going to see some of that stuff in the game.
Yep.
So we have the potential to surprise some players with some new things, but
that's the goal.
It's still the world of Destiny.
Absolutely.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
VV's brought their bend to it, but it definitely is still Destiny, and I'm definitely proud of what we built here today.
What's it been like for you guys to come into this development process and to learn new tools and to join us in this crazy chaotic web that we weave?
Yeah, I mean, the first thing is like it's been 2 years of building this relationship, and I described Evan as kind of our Sherpa up the mountain of like learning how to make Destiny, and we really had to come at it like super hungry to learn. And these guys have been amazing mentors. This is a big, complex game. There's a lot going on to it, and we have to, there was a lot of work that went into that 2 years to learn that.
I know that we've had a lot of people from your studio visiting us. I know that we've sent people from Bungie to go and live and work among your people. So
our frequent flyer mile pool is massive.
Okay, well, it was your idea to be in Albany, New York. So I want to talk about our goals for this project, and we're going to take a look at some gameplay soon, but we want to set your expectations for what we set out to achieve with Warmind.
Here it comes.
I actually encountered a tweet from Paris from Gamertag Radio yesterday, and there's a lot of people in the Destiny community who are looking at our roadmap, and they're talking about the things that we want to do to transform the player experience, to enhance the hobby that revolves around Destiny. We had a long conversation about these things with members of our community in our first community summit. We're pretty happy with the way that went down, so I'm hoping there will be more of those in the future. But we are looking to do a lot of things to Destiny. Update 114 was a step in that direction. Warmind is the next delivery of content and transformative enhancements to the way we play Destiny. And Paris from Gamertag Radio said, "Think it's safe to say that we want new and exciting things to do and explore, while also giving us an earned challenge for those that enjoy activities in the end game. So this May 8th, that's what a lot of people in our community are looking forward to. New things to do, new ways to play, an injection of new challenges into the end game. You think you can satisfy that with Warmind?
Yeah, I definitely think we're hitting some of those beats and satisfying what players want. I think you put as like this is the next step of where we want to take Destiny. So we got all new destination to explore. We're putting a bunch of secrets in the destination we want you guys to find and tell stories about. New story and campaign, new adventures. We have a new endgame activity called Escalation Protocol that we'll cover more later today. We want to challenge players. We have a new raid layer. We're bringing PvP ranking in, private matches, new PvP maps, like all up. I think we have a very big package and offering here, and we hope to keep players engaged for the coming weeks.
We've layered so many things into this game. Like I challenge players to find it all. There's so much.
Warmind is like an onion.
Careful.
Wow. A week later, everything's been found.
So we're going to a new destination. Where exactly are we going?
Yes, so we're going to back to Mars, and so it's a place that if you've played D1, like it's a place you're familiar with, but it's a different take on what we have here. We call it Hellas Basin. It takes place on the polar ice cap of Mars, and whereas we're discovering the Rasputin awakening.
Northern or southern?
Like Rasputin, just leaping off that, Rasputin has woken and set off a chain of events solar system wide. So you're seeing like warsats raining down from the sky. And specifically on Mars, this is causing the ice caps to melt.
Let's show while we tell. We're going to break.
Wait, the warsats are causing the ice caps to melt?
I'm wondering if we get to aim and fire them.
That's a lot of warsats.
So let's take a look at what we can.
How many are left?
You said the polar ice caps of Mars are melting.
Yep. And
there's a view of the skybox. We can see our old friend Phobos,
which has been moved.
And we've got some space junk raining down from the skies. And then if we pivot,
funny, we get rain in the studio too.
You were talking about.
Is Phobos in a polar orbit?
Ice caps are receding.
Yes, and they're uncovering a time capsule left on Mars, which is Clovis Bray. It's the cradle of invention. It's the birthplace of all the technology that we know in the Destiny today. And it also happens to be the birthplace of Rasputin. So in the distance there, you can see that we have a huge facility, and this is Rasputin's stronghold.
It's his backyard.
Rasputin is Traxxas, confirmed.
So Rasputin is on Mars. You're telling me Rasputin was born on Mars. We don't want to overspoil the story elements that we're going to learn in this game.
Too late.
Hot take from the community. Stop telling me everything I'm going to learn.
Absolutely.
Stop mortgaging the gameplay to make your streams awesome. So we are going to...
It was a cloak error there.
On a lot of the story for the actual player experience. I'm sure you'll...
This is the skybox we worked very hard on.
Can be on Mars and in old Russia at the same time.
Yeah.
And we will satisfy all of these curiosities. I know we have plans to do that. For the time being,
it looks bigger than Mercury, don't you think?
This is your first glimpse of
it's hard to tell from what we're looking at now.
Where you'll be exploring, where you'll be playing. This is where the campaign will take place. But then even after the campaign is over, you have reasons for us to come back.
Yeah, things keep spawning.
Absolutely. Yeah, we have thawing right next to Rasputin. We have the hive. So we have a whole new frozen hive that's on destination there to challenge the players.
Yep, and then like part of that hive, the awakening, is like we have the Escalation Protocol event. That's a ritualized public event that we encourage you to play over and over again with escalating waves of difficult combatants to fight. And on top of that, we have plenty of secrets and lore squirreled away and hidden in parts of the destination. And like we're really looking forward to players like unearthing that and uncovering that and learning more about like the Bray facility and the Bray family.
Yep.
It's been an interesting...
They never had Hive on Mars in D1, and this is the first time we've seen Mars in
corporation.
Yeah.
You have the evidence of commerce, whether it's...
And they're slightly chilled.
Or whether it's the Tyrell Corporation. So
and the Dark Below expansion to D1, the first one, added no new geometry outside of the raid.
Yeah. At least that I recall, anyway.
Some of the people that were involved
and Mercury added a little.
In the operation.
Now this looks like a couple new weapons, too.
Introducing Anna Bray.
Anna Bray.
Anna Bray.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Anna Bray is a new hero that we will encounter during our adventures. Anna Bray.
It looks like a new scout and a new pistol, huh?
Role in the storytelling as well.
Was that a pistol or a sidearm?
Yeah, she's.
I don't know. It's probably a sidearm.
Things that we're doing in Warmind.
Okay.
And so she'll be your friend along the adventure. She's going to be your vendor. And she's going to be, like I said, that cornerstone on unraveling the relationship between Rasputin, Clovis Bray, and herself.
Well,
Great. Another vendor.
The prologue for Warmind, and this is going to be an introduction to Anna Bray. If you don't want any spoilers, this would be a wonderful opportunity for you to go and fix your.
Great. They're going to spoil this now?
Prologue in just a moment here. Before we do that, I want to thank Evan Nikolic and Brent Gibson for being on stream with us today.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Thanks for the work that you've done to give us new things to play and talking to us a little bit about your creative vision.
Either these guys are incredibly chill or they're exhausted from working too hard. I can't decide which.
You'll be right there with us to help bump into us in the wild, play some Escalation Protocol, and shoot some Frozen Hive in the face as they come out from underneath these receding ice caps, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I've been waiting almost 2 years now. We're really looking forward to May 8th.
Cool. All right. Well, anything else you want to say to the Guardians who are watching?
Good luck playing.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound good. Good luck playing.
Well, with that,
Get in the queue.
being on stream, we're going to put our next round of developers in the seats, but for the time being, this is Anna Bray.
Spoilers.
Yeah, they tell you 15 minutes in to stop watching.
Guardians aren't supposed to investigate their past. That's the rule.
Is it?
But I'm not good with rules. Not when there's this much at stake. The Clovis Bray tech in that building allowed us to colonize the system during the Golden Age. They sought to create peace for all humanity. Which is ironic, because they also built Rasputin, the single most powerful weapon in the solar system. Either way, it's all been entombed on Mars since the collapse, along with something far more terrifying.
If only you could do something like that during gameplay.
No, we can't incorporate that. That would make sense.
Well, you'd need a kick button.
Great, now I've got to jump off this one too. Destiny 2.
Where was the spoiler?
I don't know. Blue Siva?
What was the spoiler?
And these are the
That she exists?
developers, the next wave of creators that are going to introduce us to the things that you made. We have Jacob Benton.
How's it going, Deej?
It's good. Good to have you here. And we have Ben Womack.
Good morning, Deej.
Good morning. Gentlemen, we're going to take a look at Escalation Protocol, which has been described as a cyclical, ritualized endgame activity that you have put into Warmind.
Yep.
Is that how it's been described?
Give me an idea as to what you do at Bungie.
Yeah, I'm a designer, so I
I
work
thought the Escalation Protocol was that scene where Jason Lee goes nuts and
Okay.
mall rats because they keep riding the escalator again.
designer for this team that made Escalation Protocol. So I was
Kid is
there to
back on the escalator
see,
again.
Get all their talent in the game, people can see it.
So we're going to take a look at, we have a fire team all assembled to play Escalation Protocol. Before we do that, here they are in destination. Talk to me about your goals for this activity. What did
This
you
must be the timed thing you were talking
So
about.
the number one
Yes.
goal was trying to make a challenging in-game experience that people really wanted to come back to and aspire to finish. We know that the community and a lot of friends and internally we've been wanting bigger challenges in the game.
Yeah, like something we can go home and play at night and like really feel challenged by.
Yeah, you've heard the community feedback that maybe Destiny 2 isn't hard enough.
Yes, we've heard that.
We heard
This is your
very loud
answer
and
to
clear.
that feedback.
Yep.
Yeah, this is one of our answers.
Okay, just one of our answers to the
Yeah.
feedback that Destiny could be a little bit more challenging. All right, anything else that you want to say about it before we take a look at it in action?
Yeah, there's a couple cool features about it.
Only a couple.
Has a lot of the characteristics of public events that you already see in public zones in Destiny, and that if it's running, anyone else can run up to it and engage with it and play. Like, we're really trying to get people to, join up, even if they're not on the same fire team, to overcome the same challenges.
One big difference, though, is you can start it at any time as a player. Like, you can walk up and start it. It's not like regular public events where they're on a schedule. Like, you could be running this pretty much 24/7 if you wanted to.
Okay.
Wow, I don't know of anyone that's asked for that.
Good.
Do you?
So in that case, should we take a look at exactly how a player would activate Escalation Protocol?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
All right, so we have
I guess would be a button of some kind.
this public space, which means
Oh, look.
we can play together, but other people can come up and play with them. And with the interaction, what do we see rising up out of the ground here?
So this is some technology that Rasputin has embedded in Mars around...
So Bungie's giving us the shaft.
It draws waves of hive.
It's a space heater.
And Rasputin's doing this because he wants you to take all of them out before the device deactivates in the hive.
Oh, they're going to revamp dubstep.
Corral them in for you. And every single time...
Cool.
As you play the event more and more...
Now people are actually going to use this gun.
Wave of hive with a stronger boss you have to fight.
Yeah, like it starts out, moderately easy and then ramps up.
Aren't the buffs
moderately
to the Graviton
hard?
not coming till the fall, though?
Talk about the structure
Yeah,
of the event.
probably not.
They just activated
Right,
the
so
event.
you wouldn't be using it now.
No.
It plays out...
This is probably a tease.
Right. Yep. How many waves?
So there's 7 total...
Wait, I saw something under the bridge.
...that you go through until you reach the end of the event. And the 7th one, it's no longer the, just crashing, horde of hive. There's actually a unique boss fight that has a unique mechanic. And we're actually even one-upping that one more level because we have 5 unique bosses that are going to rotate every week.
Okay. So each wave has its own boss.
Right.
And then the final wave has a final boss. And week over week, you have 5 of them. And we will face a different final boss week over week.
Correct.
And then once you've played for 5 weeks, you will have encountered all of them. And then
we'll restart at the first one
You can
again.
face them again.
And some of the bosses...
Okay, so it's kind of like a mixture of Court of Works and
Unique rewards to specific bosses.
Prison of Elders.
Unique rewards
Yeah,
for this activity.
with unique rewards for each.
drop from this activity that you can't get anywhere else in the game.
So we are seeing people who are fighting with some weapons that we've never seen before. And we've seen the Graviton Lance before, but some of the other Guardians in this
yes,
fire
there it
team are using weapons that are specific to this activity. Talk to me about why I would want to play Escalation Protocol.
Uh-oh, here's a new gun.
Of new armor and new loot and different ways to fight.
So the weapons are pretty insane. So you see right now they're using the shotgun, Ikelos shotgun. They have unique perks on them. So when he takes a melee on the enemy, and then he gets a damage bonus on his shotgun for a few seconds.
It feels a lot to me like Fourth Horseman in some ways, which was one of my favorite.
Revolutionary.
But it's kind of
Wait. Did he just say he liked Fourth Horseman?
Yes.
Yeah. And
Oh, man.
so that's only the first weapon. We actually have 2 other legendary weapons that are unique. We have a sniper rifle, which has a perk called box breathing, where if you aim down sights long enough before firing a shot, it'll then get a big damage boost to your critical hits.
Okay.
It's such a big damage boost, you're like, whoa, I can't believe I did that much damage with 1 bullet. And then it has triple tap on the gun besides that, so you can get some really good, high damage moments if you can.
Okay, that bonus on the shotgun I think shit is backwards. I think you should be able to shoot things and then melee them and get a bonus.
Specific rewards that have specific perks.
Nobody punches someone before they shoot him with a shotgun.
That's another part of
You're dead by the other guy's shotgun by that time.
you want to deliver it with Escalation Protocol.
And the armor set is super cool looking as well. It's very like Rasputin sort of themed. And when you have the full set in completion, it just looks pretty rad.
And you're only going to get that armor from this activity.
Correct.
That's right.
So talk to me about how the character progression is structured. If I'm playing Escalation Protocol, what can I expect to earn week over week? What can I expect to earn every single time I complete all 7 waves of the activity?
Pat on the back.
We have a few different reward systems that working at the same time inside of the activity. One of the, I think the most desirable one.
Don't wave at the boss.
That's a high value target that's messing with them right now.
Okay.
In the public space, stuff collides like a really.
Yeah, I wouldn't call that really fun ways.
The wave 3 and 5 chest will spawn that has more kind of normal public event type rewards in it, as well as chances of vanity items that are.
Why are they standing on where he's spawning?
Protocol.
Yeah.
I think they have to.
Do they?
I'm not sure.
Systems. We have those guns we mentioned.
Me neither. I'm confused.
What do we got here?
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, this is the Hive Sword. You may remember it from the first Destiny. Go get another one.
All right, swords are nothing new.
Yeah, someone else can grab one too.
Yes.
So there are these shadow rifts that spawn, and you have to take those out, or a hive aren't going to be drawn to the tower, and the time's going to expire. So when you go to take those out,
wow, minute 30. Yeah.
And if you kill him, you can actually get the sword for yourself.
Nice.
And it's happening right now.
And this is exactly the same sword as we had in D1 that fans may remember from that game. So you can even you can use a super and use a smash, and you don't want to do it on exploding throw probably.
Nope. No, you don't.
But, you can also
don't do
sword
it.
glide.
So they're giving us more of things we've already had.
A lot of fun, and it breaks up the encounters really well. It's also actually really important because
Dark Below, copy and
some of these
paste.
waves are going to just take a massive majors or other high difficulty targets.
Well, that rock really regrets that.
Instead of
Yep.
using your super or some heavy ammo,
Rock is never going to bother him again.
delicately try to carve your way through them.
And of course, it dissipates the moment you really need
Yeah,
it.
when he gets a knight to hit with it, it disappears.
Hive. You're seeing some interesting mechanics here. You're seeing some things that they'll have to work together to accomplish. You see, like you were saying, sort of the shadow rifts. You're seeing some of the crystals that are suspended up in the air. So
I do like the idea of unique armor you could get from a patrol activity. I'm trying to think of what else you could get. I mean, obviously you can get any kind of random loot from high-value targets or anything,
Is that
but usually the special stuff is related to stuff like, raid, trials, nightfalls.
especially as you move into later waves. So when we've been playing it, we regularly will stop before the playtest and coordinate, okay, what are you bringing? Like if I'm bringing Celestial Nighthawk, can you bring Orpheus Rig? And that stuff that,
No, I can't. I don't have one.
ever in public spaces before is needed now to complete this.
Yeah, when you aren't running someone with a link point, or you aren't running Tractor Cannon with the new exotic update, has this amazing damage buff that it can give to targets. You're going to notice the difference.
cool. We're seeing some new items enter their inventory.
Yeah. One of the items, he may have just gotten one of the armory codes. So you can get armory codes during the event and for doing other things on Mars and around the game. And you can spend those armory tokens to get a special weapon during the event that you're probably going to need at some point in order to progress forward.
Yeah, we call it the Valkyrie, and it's basically like a incredible, I don't even know how to describe it accurately, but it's like a magical spear rocket launcher that destroys absolutely everything.
Yeah.
And those armory codes are going to be really important for when you're on the crux moment or time's kind of running out and you need to get that extra oomph to get.
Why aren't you using an arc weapon, or all the knights are arc shielded, and he's still running around with graviton?
Debut that weapon
Yeah, go
on
for it.
stream, or should we save it for the players to discover when they play for themselves?
Well,
Grab it.
Yeah, grab it. It's
All
almost
right.
too good not to use.
Here we go, and we're up. This is the Valkyrie.
So it's a literal boomstick.
See the Rasputin style tech on board. It's a melee weapon. It's a ranged weapon.
And it only lasts a short amount of time.
Of course it only works for a short amount of time. When have they ever had something that lasts forever?
The wave comes out.
It's a floor wax. It's a dessert topping.
Stopping.
Good moment for theatrical demonstration purposes. Maybe not the best tactical moment. But
I'm not going to criticize the person playing.
we're
but
showing and we're showing.
I
We're
wouldn't
showing
use it.
here. We're showing and telling.
Yeah, there's something under the bridge. You see that?
I'm seeing things hidden under bridges.
Okay,
Yes,
see?
yeah, there's something on there that he didn't want us to see,
That promise.
You.
There's no sword.
There you go. Have your
or they
sword.
wanted us to not
Which way
quite
are they
see.
fighting now? What-
Have our sword and eat it too.
7 total.
Seven total.
And so they've been getting through these pretty readily. Keep in mind that we're using high-level characters right now.
We have had streams before where we wanted to prove the activity was hard, and what happened was our audience watched people die again and again and again and again.
And we didn't want to let that happen.
Like that.
Yeah.
Them at like the proper level.
Yep.
The level people be at the first week of play.
I'm sure there are people watching who attended our community summit who actually got to experience this activity, and they'll be going live after stream with their own, their own analyses, their own takes. On
that's
what
a big
this
guy.
is. We made them play at a much lower
And he
level,
lasted 5
right? Because
seconds.
We wanted to demonstrate that this was hard, but for the purposes of this stream,
It's not.
pulled these characters up to the point where they've completed the campaign.
Right.
Wow. 2 blues and 2 greens.
Oh god.
All right.
Weapons that
Tokens?
only drop from this,
Progress.
which make them better.
No,
Tokens?
from the chest. Yeah, I don't see any tokens.
A character's first experience in this activity may be very challenging.
Okay. New guns. We're gonna have to dissect those and
First get started.
later.
In fact, you were talking about having
Hang on. What's this?
Whoa, what's this?
Whoa. So here we have Cosmo is demonstrating.
Wow. Quad emotes.
And the best way to show off your armor to yourself is to do some emotes. And we now have an emote wheel. I think you're a little bored with all those green emotes, but we can definitely get you some better emotes through your commitment to the game.
Oh, you can see the amazing helmet that you get only from Escalation Protocol.
Yeah. We've got the
New SMG.
for every single player of Destiny. It's one of the Season 3 upgrades. Escalation Protocol is exclusive to Warmind.
That's right.
That's correct.
And
New auto.
just to recap,
Hey, it stopped raining.
rewards that are specific to the activity.
That's right.
You made it real hard. In fact,
Yeah.
what was the feedback you got at the summit?
Yeah, so actually, Jake,
Yeah,
what's
at the summit, they were finding it difficult, but the feedback we got was that they would prefer if it was even more difficult. And we were really close to being locked down, but we managed to squeeze in one final change specifically based on the community feedback from the summit to make it even harder.
Yeah, the day of the summit, that right afterwards, Jake and I went back after our death.
The changes, we added trickle.
Making a change and getting all the right channels involved.
And I wouldn't call that a good change.
Yep.
By the way, that was just a
About to
joke.
find out- We're about to find out if people should have been more careful about what they wish for. So this begins on May 8th, along with Warmind. It must be said that you need to
died.
finish the Warmind campaign before this is even available to you.
Right.
Correct. Though, if someone else has actually started it, you can engage and follow along, even if you haven't finished the campaign. Which you're probably going to help make a difference by being there. You're also going to be probably kind of wrecked. It's because you will be lower level, but at the same time, people can res you. Your bullets will count. So by all means.
Yeah. Okay. Well, this is all waiting out there in the wild, and people can dive in after they finish the campaign or during in progress if they want to get punished. We call it Escalation Protocol. We will actually leave this activity now and leave the rest for discovery by our players. So this fire team can go back to orbit for the next act of our reveal. Gentlemen, thank you so much for the hard work that you put into this, including rapid responses to community feedback in what was literally the 11th hour. Glad to see you collaborating with some people in our community to make sure that you dial it up to 11 at their request.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
We did it.
It's fun for us too.
Awesome. Anything else you'd like to say to the Guardians in our audience before we move along to take a look at the Crucible?
Looking forward to playing it with everyone.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing you out in the world and doing Escalation Protocol.
Okay. Well, gentlemen, thank you so much for being on stream today, and we will talk to you again about this once we get some player stories coming at us from out in the wild.
Thanks, Teach.
Can't wait.
Up next, we're going to take a look at some updates for Season 3 that are about to hit Destiny. And to accomplish this, let's introduce you to two combatants in our fire team that will be sparring in this live fire exercise. You should know Cosmo by now, your friend.
We better.
Manager. What's up? As well as Kevin Yanis, who is a designer on the Crucible team, who you may remember from our most recent Bungie bounty. Gentlemen, good morning.
Morning.
So you have the comm. Talk to us about what you'd like to reveal today, and then we'll get to playing some games.
So today, the Crucible team is going to talk to you about two important features coming in Season 3.
Oh, wow. They got the Hawks.
Available to all players of Destiny, regardless of Warmind ownership. And those are Crucible ranks and private match. I'm going to open up with Crucible ranks here. So starting in Season 3, all players are going to be invited to the world of Crucible ranks, and you're going to have a choice of two ranks, which really dictate like how you're going to play and how what type of investment you're going to make.
Season 3 is not
So
Warmind,
there
it's
is
after that,
the
right?
Valor
It's,
rank,
it's this
which is
fall.
a progression rank that goes up when you win, up when you complete matches, and winning helps you move up faster, but there are absolutely no loss penalties. This is more a reflection of your time commitment. This is something you can go in, kick back, relax, and make progress towards something.
So everybody can get in and rank up a little bit and kind of progress through.
Absolutely. And you're going to find this rank actually featured on a quick play and all of our rotating playlists. And then we have the glory rank here, which is which is attached strictly only to the competitive playlist. And this is a rank that goes up when you win and down when you lose. It's all about performance. It's all about the W's. So if you can win, if you can close out
Okay, I'm
those
wrong about that.
matches,
Season 3
we're gonna reward
is
you for it.
it's the release of 1.2
But if you lose,
in
you
May.
go down.
I don't know if it's the
You're down.
same day and date as
You really want to
Warmind
stay
or
in the
not.
game as well, because if you leave early, you're going to get hit with the loss. Each rank features a form of streaking. So Valor, as you can win consecutively, you'll earn more points up to a cap, and that'll reset back down.
Streak bonus.
Correct. There's streak bonuses. Glory features the same type of streak bonus, but it also features a loss streak, which means if you're losing a lot, it's going to hurt more. And that also caps out as well.
Okay.
And that's there, to add.
Okay, and you know what's the flaw with this system?
Of playing.
You can boot players,
I believe players.
and it will penalize you for leaving early,
that type of risk.
and apparently that will also count towards your win-losses in those lists.
Absolutely get.
So if your friends are jerks,
So starting in
be ready for that.
Season 3, we're actually changing up the way Crucible rewards work entirely. When you go to Shaxx, as you will be required to when you first log in on Season 3, you'll be presented not only with a welcome package that contains 2 amazing emblems, but you'll also be presented with the entire slew of rewards and exactly how to get them.
Oh, cool.
Some of them are attached to reaching ranks. Some of them require reaching a rank and then completing a challenge. Something like pulse rifle kills or hand cannon headshots, sniper headshots, redeeming engrams, or resetting your Valor rank. So if players were to max out their Valor rank,
Is this mic clipping or is it me?
if they want to,
A little. Yeah, I was here.
Okay.
It's
So I
kind
thought-
of crackly.
actually
All right.
be
Yep.
one tracked
So it's not us.
Not us. No, not us.
ways that you unlock certain rewards.
So if I see somebody that has like 735 resets, we know that they played a lot of Crucible.
Yes, and it is uncapped. So you play as much as you want, play as much Valor as you want, earn as much Valor as you want, and we will showcase that. So these are the 2 emblems you get for completing that intro quest. And as you see here, the Valor Season 3 emblem tracks the number of Valor ranks you've
So
completed.
I like emblems, but is there any sort of rewards that I can actually like use?
Yes.
Anything that's gonna bring the TDK down.
Emblem here for those of you who are interested in the Glory rank.
Answer that is no.
Tracks your rank points in real time, which means this is exactly how much you have. Slap that on if you want to peacock a bit, show off. But yes, if you want a tangible reward, there's already a series of brand new guns that you're going to get. You're going to be able to earn from completing ranks and earning ranks. But there's specifically one gun each season that we're going to deliver that's going to be the chase. It's for Season 3. That's Redrix's Claymore. And this gun is unlike many guns because it features a new perk called Desperado. So as you see here, it has barrel traits. It has Outlaw, fan favorite, which is actually getting buffed in the 1.2.0 patch so that it refreshes every headshot kill. No cooldown. And Desperado, well, that's synergistic with it. So reloading while Outlaw is active is going to increase your rate of fire. But unlike other rate of fire perks we've made in the past, this one does not lower your impact, which means you're still getting the crispy 3 burst. You're just getting it faster.
So is that actually changing the TDK? That's my question.
Yes, you will. This gun is attached to the Fabled rank in Glory. So for those of you who want to earn this, you have to set your sights on Fabled, make your way there.
So we're not just giving that to everybody.
Absolutely not. This is going to be, I predict, one of the harder rewards to earn. If you see somebody with this, you know they're good, and you know they've earned it. So, with that said, let's take a look at
And the way pulses are now, I'm wondering if they're going to nerf them later.
So
That would be terrible.
Is back. It's everything you have known and loved about the Destiny 1 private match with some of our new game modes, and we've heard the feedback for certain about some of the options not necessarily fitting people's preferences. So we've done things like stripped out time of day and stuff like that, so that they're more focused on game options.
So what are we playing?
Was time of day that much of a problem?
Which one of those maps is Meltdown. We won't be playing that today, but we will be.
No, I think it's one of those things people sometimes ask for. Increased immersion.
Warmind ownership.
Yeah, but they just said they removed it because it was too problematic.
In private match, you need
Or people didn't care.
If I'm playing in the playlist, I'm good to go.
good to go.
It just sounded like an either or reason. It's like, oh, well, we can have this, but we can't have that, so we'll have to pull it.
Very excited, and we're gonna play a little bit accelerated today. We're gonna put rounds to win at 2.
Okay. Team lives.
6, which is the playlist version. We split it up a little bit. just to get it a little more snappy, but today we're going to be playing 6. So we're going to play Solitude Survival, and we're going to show off some new Sandbox stuff.
Let's do it.
Boom.
Cool, thanks guys. So just to recap, Season 3 delivers private matches and seasonal Crucible rankings to every player of Destiny 2. We're also delivering the new Crucible maps that we're releasing with
New ships.
You'll be able to enjoy those in matchmaking. If you want to use them in private matches, you do need to own the expansion. So as they depart toward this new match, I'd like to introduce you to the final wave of developers that are in the hot seats. We
Final boss.
Our final bosses for the day are John Wisniewski. Morning.
Morning.
And Josh Hamrick.
Hello.
John, Josh.
Seen these two gentlemen talking about their
Are you,
work.
are you Josh and me?
Occasions past, whether it's a bounty or a video or a stream like this. So we are going to be talking about the Sandbox tuning for Season 3. This live fire exercise in the Crucible will be a great opportunity for us to look at how exotic weapons are all becoming just a little bit more exotic. Talk to us a little bit about...
Yeah, no, this is what I'm looking
Quit
forward to.
moving. Somebody's mic is crunchy.
Oh, they're all crunchy.
Coveted weapons, a little bit more dangerous.
The big goals that we were trying to hit with the exotic weapon pass that is going to be going live in May is that we wanted to increase the feeling of exoticness or power or sort of a specific gameplay experience that was happening with each exotic weapon. Basically, with the focus of just making everything stronger, faster, better, just pushing everything a little bit harder. And we wanted to do that in a way that was leaning into the exotic fantasy or the gameplay that we'd already established with the weapons on release.
Okay.
So we weren't trying to make any like drastic changes to how these things play. If you already know how they play, if you already like them, or if there's one that like you feel like it could be better, but it just needs a little something, that gameplay is still going to be pretty familiar to you. It's just gonna be a lot more effective, hopefully in every activity that you like playing.
Okay.
Hopefully it's not just cosmetic.
What you see here is now a beast, and John can tell you everything it does, but it is one of my personal favorites. I've been running it like crazy in playtest.
Yeah, the
Fighting Lion, really?
line to make it a little bit better is we gave it more ammo, and we basically did a small adjustment to how damage works on it. So we added more damage to the detonation and took a little bit off the impact.
What they need to take off is the ricochet.
Less pressure on trying to get that grenade to hit, and makes the detonation a little bit more friendly.
Lets you reach out and touch people.
Yeah, it just makes it a little bit more reliable.
So it works like an actual grenade launcher now instead of something that just bounces golf balls off the map.
So some hot potato action.
Have you ever used Fighting Lion?
Yes.
Did it include all of the exotic?
I don't know if I ever did in PvP, but I don't play much PvP, and I haven't played Destiny in weeks at all.
Well, it's a running gag. It's literally
Yes, that is
the
bad.
worst one
I've seen the videos
ever.
about how bad it is. I'm just wondering, can you really fix a weapon that
Well,
is viewed as
that's
being total garbage
what I'm
with small
confused
tweaks?
at. Yeah, like I love how they're totally being apologetic about it.
So if Fighting Lion is one that you're really enjoying, Josh, John, what are you looking forward to getting your hands on when the 1.2.0 update kicks off Season 3?
I'm really excited about the Graviton Lance. I know we talked about it a whole bunch, but I think that one just came together really nicely. I think it's going to be a really good weapon for all activity.
It looks like it would be great for ad clearing.
It's going to be great. I think it'll definitely, in the PvP...
Oh yeah, I think it was looked upon as being subpar for PvE, but like totally useless for PvP.
Yeah.
Maybe we can see a little
But
bit.
there are lots of weapons that are like that.
Well, yeah, pulses were in a bad spot at the time anyway, so it was just
make it a little better.
the worst of the bad pulses.
If you are still, it just has more ammo now. If you are still feeling some ammo pressure,
Wait. He's actually using his sniper? No way.
it guarantees a special ammo,
People don't snipe in D2.
an energy ammo brick to drop. Cool.
Well, the whole weapon slot reshuffle thing isn't until later this year. That is coming, I think, fall.
That I'm really looking forward to. I mean, you know me, I'm a sniper. Wow, he actually got a kill with it. I'm a sniper horse, so the fact that snipers are in the worst spot that they've ever been, yeah, I'm really disappointed. So I'm really looking forward to those slot changes where they put the snipers back where they belong in slot 2.
Well, we don't even know that that's what they're doing.
That's the rumor, and if they don't,
it's
I think
just
it's a
a
mistake.
So currently, Risk Runner, when you take arc damage, you're resistant to arc damage, and it activates the arc overdrive perk, where basically the gun comes to your life and just like blasts everything with electric.
I also do kind of wonder what the impetus was for changing the way the elements worked.
Yeah.
I mean,
I missed
who
all
asked
the,
for that?
the
What problem
old
was
school
it solving?
ones. Yeah, I loved having the damage buffs on damage types with particular elements.
Like one of the experiences I remember early in D1.
Another thing we did is that
before I had a full set of gear, really.
when you have it stowed,
running
have to have it out.
the
If you have the weapon back,
the Archon strike by myself as a Nightfall with a Void Burn.
Risk Runner ready to go.
And I think at the same time I was trying to do a series of bounties
Only get the damage resistance
that required, I think, either fusion kills or multi-kills or something. I forget what I was working toward.
Second match is
But I didn't have a legendary Void Fusion.
Right.
And I needed to get like high-level kills with a fusion. And the Nightfall had a Void Burn. And I think I just remember reading on Reddit or in the forum or something where someone says, it doesn't matter if you don't have one, just grab a blue, because the burn is so critical that, you know, the quality of the weapon doesn't matter that much.
Right.
It took a long
And it was so early in the history of the game that I didn't, you know, I really didn't believe that. I was like, that can't be true, you know? But I figured I'd try it. So I went to Banshee. I bought like a blue
I'm just kidding. It's an
Void
inside
Fusion.
joke. It's an inside joke.
Skyburn.
And I couldn't finish the strike, but I got so many kills. I finished the bounty. I had so much fun wiping out Minotaurs in that strike.
Yeah.
And this kind of idea of like, well, yeah, you don't need to match elements anymore. It's just you need to use an energy weapon, and you get a tiny boost with the explosion of the shield if you use the right type. I don't know. It just
looked at the duality.
It's not the
of
same.
Weapon where it fires fast from hip and then fires slow when you ADS. And we just sort of like, okay, let's make a more distinctive separation here between hip fire and aiming down sights. So now aiming down sights is
Anybody hip fire?
like it did. Fire slow, high impact.
Like ever?
Damage. We put explosive rounds on the weapon, so anytime you hit with any playstyle, it's gonna
You hip fire?
explode and do some damage.
with what?
Hip fire,
Anything.
we slowed down
Not
the
really.
projectiles, so we
Okay, I'm just
put a little bit of gravity on them, so you're kind of lobbing these like
Yeah.
almost feels like a rapid fire grenade launcher.
Okay.
And then we put some. The first attempt at doing that was like, okay, this is fun. Like I can see the sort of the feeling of how this is going to work, but it was pretty hard to actually like hit targets with a slower projectile. So we're like,
I hope they're not watching or showing off PS4 exclusives.
so you kind of don't have to aim all that much.
Target seeking rounds.
Yep.
All
And
right.
the first version of that was
Now, Skyburners, they're doing another cool thing. You seeing this?
Yes, I did see this.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. That is awesome. That's going to be fun, man.
Yeah, that means people are actually going to use this.
like how Kevin's using it here. It's a really fun way.
Yeah, now.
As a warlock, it's sort of you're like strafing
Yeah,
through the
from
air,
the
and
air.
just sort of
Yeah.
raining fire, almost like you're some kind of sky burner.
Oh,
Finally living up to its name.
have fun with your groan-worthy puns.
Oh,
you got caught
What
up.
was that?
that was hard light.
Ooh, show me what they've done in the hard light.
We basically gave it the same functionality that Borealis has now, where you can
Nice.
hold down the reload button to change damage types on the fly.
Okay.
And then we did something that I'm really excited about. So one of the things that people know and love about Hardlight, of course, as you can see there, is
Yep.
that it bounces willy-nilly all over the place.
Indeed.
The utility of that is not super strong. There's a lot of spectacle there. It feels like a laser light show, but trying to actually pull something off with that has been difficult. So what we did is, with Hardlight now, every time a bullet ricochets, it gets double damage. So if you're bouncing stuff around the corner, you're going to be doing twice as much damage. A little bit hard.
Cool, but I was hoping that they would tone down the recoil bounce.
Firing high risk reward.
And I am really excited to see what kind of montage material we can get.
I've always wanted a hard
That's
light
going to be
to
really
feel
funny
like
till they nerf it.
Uriel's. Yeah, it is. It's going to be, people are going to be, griefing like crazy with fire teams of 6 with hard lights. It's going to make custom games awesome, though.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if we can get, as much as you've talked about Graviton Lance, I'm wondering if we can get a Graviton Lance equipped on that character. Thank you so much.
He was using Graviton before, but
Okay.
Kevin's
And why
gonna
will
destroy
this be disgusting?
it's just good. Like we use the power of math to make sure the time to kill on Graviton is pretty competitive. So, yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait for Data to come up with all the TDK lists.
In our community. How does Graviton Lance specifically
Oh,
answer that
see?
question? You said the power of math. You're just making this weapon more,
There we go.
more powerful. Well, look at
You
that.
finally killed something.
So basically, so one of the things we did to Graviton is we made it a 2-round burst instead of a 3-round burst. So the first bullet's a little bit weaker. And the second bullet is much stronger with a little bit harder kick.
Why can't the bullet just be the bullet? You know what I mean?
One bullet less that you have to fire. So it's
Bullets don't change damage in guns. I never understood why they're doing that. That's them playing with math to rebalance things to adjust stuff that doesn't need to be adjusted. A bullet damage should be a bullet damage.
in tandem for the Go Fast update.
Oh no, you fired me with a strong bullet as opposed to a weak bullet.
As most people know, Pulse got a significant buff. And when those changes sort of like rolled our
Came
way
together,
and we
yeah.
play tested, we were like, holy crap, this thing's amazing. And then it was sort of one of those moments where like, do we change it? Do we keep it? What do we do? We're like, screw it. Plays great. People love it. We're just going to keep it. So yeah. Pulse
Wow. So their entire testing process is should we keep it? Yeah, man. It's awesome.
For the first 3 years of Destiny,
No, they're not overthinking a lot of these things.
I guess the question is, when you're asking that, who are you asking?
Well, yeah. Who's coming up with the final decision on this? Like, not like they evaluated this and saw it with a massive graph that said, no, we can't do this. This will break the game. It's like, no, we like it. We'll keep it.
those rough edges to come back.
Yep.
Looks like you're doing that.
Yep, absolutely.
Speaking of rate of fire changes and things like that, Crimson?
Crimson, yeah. Crimson's getting better. Crimson is not necessarily going to have a flashy update like Skyburner. If you know how to use Crimson, it's going to be...
You point it and pull the trigger. How do you use Crimson?
What we did to make Crimson a more competitive option for PvP. Oh, and just for the whole game, the first thing we did
Watch the taunts.
One of the biggest pieces of feedback about Crimson was that I run out of ammo too fast. So we
Oh wow, his teammate cheated him in the kill there by getting his head in the way.
There it is now.
for the competitive world, we basically looked at Crimson as we want to try and match the time to kill of an aggressive family hand cannon, which is 3 shots to the head. It was interesting trying to solve that because
Keep it clean. This is a family hand cannon.
first, and it also
Why aren't all hand cannons 3 shots to the head? I don't understand.
Because it's not Halo 1.
tried it.
It should be.
No.
Firing Crimson as a 3-round burst like the sidearm, and it just made it feel really light. Sort of like it felt like you were using a sidearm with funny art.
Yeah, it did not feel like a hand.
Yeah. So we actually like we increased the damage on the bullets and then slowed down.
It's Red Death Mini.
A little bit chunky. But anyways, trying to match the exact time to kill to an aggressive hand cannon meant doing some specific tuning to precision damage and basically the rate of fire. So
Here's my question. Why is he saying trying to get it to have that TDK? Why don't you just make it that TDK?
bursts to be able to match the cadence.
Do you know what I mean?
I think they don't want to really.
And
They're trying
Doing
to
math
approximate
equations is not a try. It's we changed the numbers so that they add up.
the first bullet of the final burst is the killing blow of Crimson.
It's like saying I tried to do my taxes this year, but
3 rounds per burst, you actually have a lot of room for error there. So you can afford to get in some body shots or miss a couple rounds, and you'll still be competitive with aggressive hand cannons.
Yeah. Cool. If you were to place a bet, what gun do you think is going to be a standout? Uh-oh, there it comes.
here we go.
Sturm, you're not
2-shot.
All right, you're
I've heard this is becoming a 2-shot.
See if you can get
But here's the but here you gotta you gotta prep it by killing something with that,
there we go.
and then go to Sturm.
Primed.
He's now got a primed over,
This kind of harks back to the days of
which means
Noob combo.
noob combos from Halo.
So how?
And I don't know who works at Bungie that says, "Hey, let's do it, switching guns really, really quick."
There it is.
If you have to switch guns really quick, then the gun you're using is not doing its job.
It
You know what I mean?
You're just so bored with yourself. You're just so awesome.
It's like when you're firing a shotgun at someone and it takes 3 rounds and then you have to punch them. If you have to finish off a kill with a punch, that means that your gun is terrible.
A new functionality with Sturm is that any overloaded round, and so Sturm has a default magazine of 12 and goes up to 20.
How long does that overcharge last? That's what oh, see, now it's out. It only lasts so long. Yeah, that I'm not a fan of.
I think they're just trying to make things relevant. I mean, they introduced this idea of this weapon as a pair with this name.
Right.
I think they found that like once people got the two weapons, they stopped using them.
Well, because they realized that the actual effectiveness combat-wise is not that great. And when you've got to use two guns to do the same job as one, makes no sense.
Two Crucible matches that we were going to play today. Some good pearls there about the exotic weapon tuning. We don't need to reveal every single detail on stream. No. Might as well, we do love watching our exotic weapon reviews.
Why marry the cow when you get the milk for free?
Well, no, they don't want to kill the content.
We've gotten closer to the sweet spot. We'd love to hear your opinions about these exotic weapons.
No, you won't.
An opportunity to get your hands on them on May 8th when Season 3 begins with the launch of Warmind.
Oh, okay, so that is Season 3. They're doing the patch and the content at the same time.
Yes, that was the impression I had.
I'm genuinely excited. It was joy working on this, like just making everything a little bit cooler and a little bit better. I can't wait for people to get their hands on it, and if it's not good enough, pass.
Hopefully it is. Looking forward to the videos that come out. We also finished fixing the sniper scope bug, and so snipers out there, like, your time has arrived. Super excited about the montages and stuff that will show up.
Cool.
Yeah, and all this. So, yeah.
All right. Well, this begins
flinch is real.
Conversation about Warmind and Season 3. That conversation will continue. We'll continue to give you a glimpse at how some of the different exotic weapons are changing. We'll give some different developer insights for some of the activities that we've revealed today. And we've still got a couple of weeks to set expectations about all of this. So we thank you for tuning in. We thank you for watching. We're looking forward to seeing you play Warmind. We're looking forward to bumping into you out in the wild as we play some Escalation Protocol. And of course, there's an entire new campaign, an entire new story. We haven't spoiled too much of that for you. I'm Deej from Bungie. It's been my pleasure.
Thank you, Deej.
And we'll begin this conversation again soon.
There's no way that doesn't get called Escalator Protocol.
Guardians are supposed to investigate their past. That's
I already saw this.
But I'm not.
We're going to see it again.
Not when there's this much at stake.
Now, does that mean we're actually going to have characters that have this ability? I don't think so.
No, I would assume not.
No, that would be fun.
During the Golden Age. They sought to create peace for all humanity. Which is ironic, because they also built Rasputin, the single most powerful weapon in the solar system. Either way, it's all been entombed on Mars since the collapse, along with something far more terrifying.
Satellites are just falling all over the place.
No, Chili Hive, apparently. Doesn't sound that scary.
She's gonna ruin her knees.
You think Hive would be cold-blooded, and being in the polar region would just slow them down?
I don't think they have any blood. They're dead.
Now my stream is stuttering.
Well, considering how many people are watching this. Come on, Bungie, fix your stream. Hey, we got through that whole thing where it didn't really stutter very much at all. So to be honest, I think that actually went rather well. And besides, this is something we already saw before.
Are they going to show any more? Or is it just
another vendor?
End?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah,
I think this is it. I'm still waiting for the blue Siva because everyone was worried that that's how they were going to do it. But to be honest, if that's what it is, I think now we've got orange stuff instead of red Siva. We've now got orange things.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know either. I'm wondering if that in the context of the game is going to have more significance, or because you saw that weapon, that's basically like the exploding spear.
Yeah,
I think that is going to be something. So, what'd you think? Thoughts, feelings, expectations, worries? Must have something. I want to touch it.
I can't hit that. There's nothing there anymore. It's closed now.
I know, you just closed it down. Can you put up the still shot? That'll at least be something to see. Anyway, all right, so what do you think? Should we come down over to the camera and say hello to everybody? Hello, everybody. I'd like to thank everybody for watching.
Oh, you're on the menu. Get off the menu.
Who, me?
Yep.
I didn't touch. So anyway, yeah, thoughts, feelings, Destiny Expansion 2, E2, Warmind. What do you think?
I don't know. I mean, I bought the expansion. You know, I'll play it. Oh, that's what's going on there.
Me.
Oh yeah, and you were pointing out that the traveler in this map is in the wrong place.
Oh, well, it's just on this particular map. What's really funny is that, yeah, I guess you said that they rotate. So the traveler.
I think I'm
and
wrong
the
about
moon.
that.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That looks like the
I
moon.
thought that was it. It is the moon, but
Moon.
but I think the traveler is always out back.
This
where
expansion.
It should be right out front here.
It came from the moon. But a different one. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to a lot of the gun changes. I know the Crucible guys are all thrilled about having the rank system and everything. That is something they're excited about and it is awesome. They seem to be kind of skirting the TTK issue that a lot of people have, and the balancing that they do. When you're tweaking individual rounds, it's like, oh, well, this round's inaccuracy is off, and this round has more damage than this round, and everything. To me, that's shuffling, deck chairs on the Titanic. It's like, why can't this weapon just be the weapon? Why can't these settings and the time to kill be the time to kill? Why can't it? It's like they're constantly trying to shuffle or excuse or tweak when it doesn't seem like it needs to, personally.
Okay, by the way, there's no traveler out back, so I think they do rise and set. So it's like the sun and the moon.
Yeah, that would be my guess, because it does move around a bit.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It just seems rather weird to me, and they obviously they must have a reason for it. Not being a developer, I may not have it, but it in my mind just seems unnecessary, where they just can't say, hey, we want this weapon to have this time to kill, and hey, we want this weapon to have this time to kill, and then just set it, that's the time to kill, and they don't do that. When they start using phrases like, well, we try to do such and such, that makes me think that they didn't accomplish such and such, or there may be a question of
it means they didn't
not
want
achieving
to do it.
such and such.
They didn't want to do it, and they can't just tell people we're not doing that.
Well, see, they should. I really wish they would just say, nope, our balancing system is set up the way it is, and this gun is this what it is. But that also means that people are going to find, through people like Dado and other people that break down all these weapons, they're going to find the best, fastest, most quick weapon to kill the other guy, because that's people what they want. They want to be overpowered against such and such, and they're in this constant rock, paper, scissors battle where everybody keeps running into something that is defeating them quicker than everything else. They keep saying that they want it balanced and they want it even, but unless it was a game like Halo where every weapon is just what the weapon is, you're going to constantly set you up where you're walking into somebody who has something better than you do. So, yeah, it just seems kind of like skirting it rather than actually changing it. Love how you're staring up at the moon. Is that a cloud?
Yeah, like, the way they built this map, it's up high enough that you get clouds.
Cool. All right, so last thoughts, feelings, worries?
How high are we here?
Mm-hmm. I'm not high at all. Well, we'd like to thank everyone who's going to be checking this out. We certainly appreciate that you tuned us in for the restream here of Destiny 2's Warmind. Please feel free to check out all of the stuff that we do, both on Twitch and on YouTube. We just finished up our very, very long playthrough series of
actually, I think we have one more
Divinity Original Sin.
We have one more episode to do for that.
Oh, you're kidding? Are we going to do a follow-up?
Well, I want to do the Soulforge ending where we
we haven't done that yet. Yep.
Leandra.
Yep, but for those who checked out the campaign that we're doing for 2 years, we had our final episode recently. It went very, very well. So please feel free to check that out. And we're going to be definitely doing this. We're going to be doing the Warmind as soon as it's available. So please get ready for that. And there's a couple of old school ones that we want to get out of the way. I want to finish Inside. Narc, what was the one that you wanted to do?
I want to do Nier Automata.
Nier Automata. That's maybe one that we're doing in the future.
Memory.
Yep.
Before it becomes a retro thing to do that.
Yep. And we may be doing that on PS4, which for us will be a first.
So, I might. They put it on sale on Steam.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
So
we may do a PC version.
I might do that way. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. So either way, we might be doing that one relatively soon. So I'd like to thank all of you for watching. I am Blackstar. He is Nargajan. We are Rampancy.net. And for all that we do here, we certainly are glad that you checked us out, and we hope to catch you all next time. Thank you all for watching.
See you later. Bye.